I consider our story or his story. Um,
I think
I
we were
think we're
very
really
lucky.
lucky because
Yeah.
there were things that had happened. Obviously, he wasn't in the care system for no reason at all, but his starting life wasn't as traumatic as lots and lots and lots and lots of other children. So we haven't had the issues that other adoptive parents have. Um,
We've had some.
we've had
Where,
some, we've had our ups
yeah.
and downs, but you do as birth parents. You know, there's
He,
been nothing that we haven't been able to.
the first major problem we had was that um, he'd go to bed when we asked him to go, or we'd put him to bed, and we'd tell him a story and what have you. But then he wouldn't go to sleep, and he'd be awake until 12 o'clock, even later. And we got to thinking that perhaps...
He was calling a lot, wasn't he?
And he was calling, it was as if he was checking to make sure we were there, as if in the past, whoever had been looking after him had been leaving him and going down the pub or what have you. So he was, he lacked confidence in that direction. And we had to sit him down and explain to him that, look, both of us are not going anywhere.
Whether you like it or not.
If one of us pops to the shop, then so be it. But there'll always be someone here. You will never ever be left on your own in this house. That was the first big issue we had, wasn't it?
Mm.
But as Sue said, compared to some of the stories that we know of and we heard about, we were lucky.
I think we're enjoying it on the whole, aren't we? We
Yeah.
make sure that that the experience is a positive one for all of us. But seeing the impact that he's had on everybody's life makes all of the ups and downs worthwhile. So just stop every now. This is top tip. Sorry, this really is a top tip. Every now and then, just stop and look at how far you've come. If you're having a really bad day, and it will happen, just stop and think what it was like a month ago, 6 months ago, and how things have changed in a positive way, and it will keep you going through the rougher times.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
I think we're in a good place, aren't we?
Yeah. Most
John's relationship with him has been slower, hasn't it? It's
Yeah.
been very much at Jazz's pace because there was never a significant male figure in his life before. We bonded very, very quickly, didn't we?
Yeah.
And he's always, hugged me and told me he loved me from very, very
Yeah.
early on. But we haven't rushed anything as far as John was concerned because it was all so new to Jazz. It was a shame. We didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. He didn't know that it was okay to hug a man. He didn't know that it was okay to tell a man that he loved him. So we've had to bring that out, haven't we, in a not contrived way, in a perfectly natural way. And we're there or thereabouts now, aren't
Yeah.
we? It's been a long way coming, but it's nice, isn't it? It's good.
He's basically a happy chappy, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
Well, he is, yeah. And he's very honest, and he will say if he feels sad. He will still ask if we're okay. And if he's got anything on his mind, he will tell us, which I would hate to change.
No, I think it's
that's
really important. Because you know when a child's physically struggling in some way, but if they don't tell you and it's a mental thing, then you don't know, and you don't know what damage it could be doing. So it's great that he can talk to us.
And he will say, I'm feeling a bit sad today. And, and then we'll sit and talk about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can make it better, and sometimes we can explain something and explain that it can't be fixed straight away. But you know, I love the fact that he will talk to us, and we've covered lots of things, haven't we?
Yeah.
That show his complete and utter maturity in certain things, and it just blows me away, really does, with his understanding of life and things.
I guess he's gone through things that other little boys would never have gone through, and he's missed out on things that other little boys would perhaps take for granted.
Jazz has been welcomed into a warm and loving family
By everybody.
His brother and sister love him dearly, and he loves them. We've got people we can turn to and ask for support or advice or help, and Jazz knows that too. He knows he's loved, and he loves them, doesn't he?
Yep.
And I think that's been really important for him. You know, he needed that permanence, and he needed to be part of that network that he'd always been an outsider looking in, hadn't he?
Yeah.
And now he's right in the thick of it, and it's lovely to see how he has blossomed over the years.